Hello everyone, welcome to another podcast episode. This is episode number 59. My name is Star. I am the Star Crochet and I make and sell crochet and knit clothing and accessories for everyone. On this podcast I talk about things like what I've been up to, finished objects, and works in progresses, and that's all I'm covering today. I don't have too much of new stuff. I've just mainly been crocheting and knitting and patiently waiting to receive my electric spinning wheel. I still have not received it yet, but it is almost here, and I'm very happy about that. But otherwise, what I have been up to is I went to see family for Easter over the weekend, and that was very fun. And other than that, I've just been doing the same thing, crocheting, knitting, and slowly working on my cross stitch, but I don't have too much to show you guys. I do not have any paintings that I started lately. I still have that rose that I completed, and so I have not started anything yet. But anyway, to the finished objects. I have 2 finished objects and a whole bunch of, I guess I would put it in that category of works in progresses. I'll show you guys what I mean when I get there. But to the finished objects, I have it in my lap right here. I have this baby blanket that I made for, it is my brother's ex-girlfriend's cousin, and she is expecting a baby, and the theme is oceans, and so I'll show you guys what I mean here. So this is the baby blanket in a full. I used 4 different colors. I used a turquoise, a denim blue, blue, and a navy blue. So I'll show you guys up close the stitch that I use. I use, like, it's upside down this way, but here we go. So I used the shell stitch, and it's where it's a very common stitch. It's where it's single crochet, skip the next stitch, 5 double crochets, and the next stitch, skip a stitch, single crochet. And so that, like, the fans, and so they're like diagonally on each other like this, as you can see. Like, here is the 5 double crochet cluster, so the shell, and then right here, and then right here on the denim blue here, so these 2 are the single crochets, and then shell, single crochet, shell, and so on and so forth. So I am giving this to her as a gift. I'm not going to I'm not going to charge anyone anything for the idea of baby blanket. I just so happen to have all of these colors with enough yardage to make this baby blanket, and so it is made with the worsted weight 4 weight of all of the 4 colors, and it took me about 3 days to complete it. And it was one of those things where I was working on, you know, with all the projects that I have to work on, I switch between different projects so I don't get burnout of any of one project, and to keep my mind busy so it's not stuck on the same thing or stuck on a loop. That's why I tend to switch it up throughout the days. And so this is my first finished object, and my next finished object is a knit sock. So I started the new colorway like I said I would in the last video. This is another women's sock size medium, and I'll show you guys up close. I used 1 weight sock weight yarn for this, and the yarn that I used is, I have it right here. It is the Hobie Friends 84 print cotton yarn. So I have, if you recall on my last yarn haul video that I did where it contained the sock weight yarn, I have 3 mini skeins like this of each color, and so I'm on the second color right now. And so I just have 1 sock right now, And let's get into the works in progresses, shall we? So this is sock number 2 of the women's size medium sock. It is with the same colorway that I used for the first sock. It is the same yarn weight, sock weight, and I would say the color or the name of the colorway, but it just has the colorway in numbers. Like this one right here is color number 22. So they don't have the name on the label. And this is how far I am on the women's sock. I have about possibly 30 to 35 rows left. And then I will be completed with this sock. So that is my first work in progress. The whole bunch of next works in progresses are scrap squares. So I have the whole stack right here, and if you recall in the last week's podcast video, I only had about three or four squares, and so I have a whole bunch now, and I'll go over it with you guys one by one. So I used the same pattern for all of these squares. It is the waffle stitch that I have used and I still am using. And then here's like a sage green. Here is definitely a scrap square. It has green, yellow, and orange. And then this is one of the ones that I showed you guys last time. This is another one I showed you guys last time. And I believe this is another one I showed you guys last time. I do not recall about this square though, but it's purple and pink. And then I have brown and purple. And another brown one. And so when it comes to the squares that have more than one color like this, I want to use separately for its own garment or bag. And then squares that have solid all the way through like this, I want to use for their own garment or bag as well. So that way it's at least, the style of it isn't too wacky, it's not too like out of place. And I get to still have it look nice, like the luxury company I am. And here's more. If you're keeping track of how many I have, by the way, can you comment down below how much squares I have, because I already lost count. And see, they're two different. They're not going to be like the same. I don't want to make it appear like I'm showing the same thing. No, I'm not. It's just more than one using the same color. Here's another one. Two yellow. Go. And one more. Ta-da! So that is all of the works in progresses that I have for just what I have so far. So with this right here, this is another work in progress, and I am using the color navy. I'm using the navy cake that I wound up with the yarn ball winder. And this is yet another waffle stitch that I'm using. Now I have this green right here as well. It's not much on it. You can see closer. The reason why I have two separate squares is because with this green 2B square that I have right here, it's ran out of yarn. So that's why I have this tail right here, and I have the loop pulled out a little bit so that way I don't lose any stitches. So whenever I have a scrap of another color, then I'll add to this one. But I'm trying to create as many solid color squares as I can with every cake that I use, every scrap cake that I use. And let's see, I think that is everything If you have made it this far in the video, please subscribe to my channel, ring the notification bell so you're always notified of all the videos I make, and like this video so it helps the algorithm. Share with your friends and family of the channel and my business, and also check out my Etsy shop, which is linked in this description box below. Check out my memberships such as Ko-Fi and Patreon. They are $3.33 a month per person per website. And also check out my social medias such as TikTok, Lemonade, Instagram, Facebook, Threads, and X. I got it down now. Thank you for watching, everyone. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!